So by now I'm sure you've all heard of Tesla Gigafactory 1 and 2, and you could have possibly even heard about Tesla's Gigafactory 3 coming up in Germany. From what we know, Tesla Gigafactory 1 was built in the States, number 2 was built in Shanghai, China. Gigafactory number 2 took less than 1 year to build, and now with all that experience, Tesla is taking their Gigafactory to Germany. So this is going to be the first Gigafactory ever built in Europe, and out of all places to build a Gigafactory, Tesla decided to make it in Germany, which seemed like a pretty good decision considering the fact that Germany is well known for a lot of auto car makers like Audi, Mercedes, Volkswagen, so that might give Germany a little bit of an advantage considering that this is already a country that builds cars. But of course things don't ever go as smoothly as we expect them to go, and Tesla is having some problems with building their new Gigafactory in Germany. One of them is a little bit of news that we're going to be catching up on in this video, and some of them is just people's opinions. Some people think that it's better off built in Poland because it's a country that's more poor than Germany and could create more jobs and opportunities for the people in Poland. On top of that, labor is a lot cheaper in Poland than it would be in Germany. So there's a lot of opinions out there that we're going to talk about as well. But before we get this video started, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. Also, let me know your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Tesla's Gigafactory should be built in Germany, or do you have an opinion of where else it could be built, why and why not? But for now, let's get this video started. So we're going to be looking at this article right here, which is "You're Stealing Our Water. Germans Protest Against Tesla Gigafactory." And as you can see right here, there's a total of about 250 Germans on Saturday protested in the outskirts of Berlin, where electric car startup Tesla is planning to build a Gigafactory, saying its construction will endanger water supply and wildlife in the area. So the US carmaker announced plans last November to build its first European car factory in Grünheide in the eastern state of Brandenburg. I probably mispronounced that way off, but that was my best German accent that I can do. So politicians, unions, and industry groups have welcomed the move, saying it will bring jobs to the region, but environmental concerns drove hundreds of locals to the streets on Saturday. "We are here, we are loud, because Tesla is stealing our water," protesters have called. Anne Back, who is a 27-year-old environmentalist, said Tesla's plans published earlier this month showed it would need more than 300 cubic meters of water per hour, which would drain the area's declining reserves. "I am not against Tesla, but it's about the site. In a forest area that is a protected wildlife zone, is this necessary?" Bach said. "In such an ecological system like the one here, and with the background that climate is changing, I cannot understand why another location was not selected from the beginning." So environmentalist protests in Germany have previously halted and delayed major companies' plans such as RWE's lignite mining at the Hambach forest near Cologne, which has become a symbol of anti-coal protest. People were also protesting against an expected enormous increase in traffic on a nearby highway through the villages. Next to protest on the other side of the street, around 20 people carried banners welcoming Tesla in their village, with children chanting, "We are here, we are loud, because Tesla is building our future." So my first question is, why are these people so angry? I can understand their side of the argument. They're saying something about Tesla will need more than 300 cubic meters of water per hour, which does seem pretty high, but then there's also an argument against that, which I will be getting into in a bit. Obviously, there's a positive and negative to this. At the end of the day, even if Tesla doesn't build their Gigafactory there, there's still a lot of German auto car makers in Germany, and who's to say that a German company won't take up that space one day in the future? And the fact that Tesla wants to build in your backyard, and Tesla is not an ICE vehicle, a vehicle that uses fossil fuels to operate. Tesla is one of the most cleanest vehicles, if anything, something that will help the environment in the future. If Tesla is coming to Germany, if anything, that could help out a little, because in the future you might see less ICE vehicles, gas burning fuel, fossil fuel burning vehicles in the future versus electric cars. If Tesla were ever to come to anyone's backyard here in Canada, we would welcome Tesla with open arms. At least I would, because I know the benefits that can come from having a Gigafactory in your country. So there's many ways to look at it. You could look at the pros. A Gigafactory being built in Germany, that creates more jobs, that creates more opportunities for your children, that could possibly create cleaner air, a cleaner environment to live in. And then the negatives, obviously building a Gigafactory, it is going to take up a lot of land. It's going to destroy a little bit of wildlife. There were some questions as to why Tesla doesn't just use old factories that are already there and remodel them to be suited for a Tesla Gigafactory, which I used to work construction, and from experience, it's a lot easier to just get a flat piece of land and build new construction just the way you want it versus getting an old building and having to reconstruct it, having to take out all the old stuff that can't be used. Like, you never know, some old buildings might have asbestos, might have some things that are no longer up to date to building code. So it does create unnecessary problems versus just building ground up, fresh building exactly the way you wanted. So there's a lot of pros and cons to this. And in this article, they also mentioned environmentalist protests in Germany have previously halted and delayed major companies such as RWE's Ignite Mining at the Hambach forest. So my question is, will this protest, will they be able to hold back Tesla's Gigafactory from being built? Is this going to slow down Tesla's progression right now? So a lot of shareholders might be upset at this, that these German folks are making a big deal out of Tesla building in their own backyard, but at the end of the day, it's being built in their backyard and not our backyard. So we don't really exactly know what they're going through. So far, from my perspective, I would be happy. I don't think this would be such a big deal to me. There are pros and cons, but at the end of the day, I do think the pros outweigh the cons. And we're going to be looking into some of these comments right now. Some of these people are from Germany, some of these people are from around the world, and they're going to be telling us their opinions as to what they think should be done with this Gigafactory. But here, one guy said, plenty of dead industrial space to reclaim and use. No need to bulldozer any more forests anywhere in the world. Redevelopment is better sustainable option. And like I said, there is an argument to that. Sometimes building an old industrial space, it's a lot more work than just starting fresh and building something from ground up, versus having to work in an old building, having to keep everything up to code, not knowing what needs to be replaced. It does create a little obstacle, which I'm sure from experience, Tesla already knows how to build something ground up with ease and do it very quickly. Another one, keep in mind that poverty is rising in Germany at an alarming rate. So that would make me question, why don't Germans want the Tesla Gigafactory to be built in Germany? Especially if poverty is rising at an alarming rate, this Gigafactory will create thousands of jobs, and possibly in the near future even more. If this goes well, if this becomes successful, maybe it could expand to another country in Europe. This argument right here, I lived in Germany. One thing is, it wasn't dry. It rained the first 16 days I was there in the summer. Rain is even too calm of a word. It was a scary downpour most of the time. The rest of the time I was there 3 years, I don't think it ever properly dried out. Rain, snow, high humidity. So this guy is saying from experience, he lived in Germany. It's a very wet, moist country. So why are these people complaining about the water? Which honestly, the only way to really know what's going on is to live there. And we don't know. We're just basing this based on people's opinions. And then there was this argument. Those people are paid by BMW, Mercedes, and Volkswagen to protest, which obviously this is more of a conspiracy. No one knows for sure. But I wouldn't dismiss this as a possibility, because of course, Tesla moving into Germany creates competition for BMW, for Mercedes, for Volkswagen. And I don't think those car manufacturers are going to like the fact that Tesla is coming into Germany. I would imagine that Germans will be loyal to their brand, and they would probably most likely buy a BMW or a Mercedes over a Tesla. But we don't know that for sure, but it will definitely be creating some competition out in Germany. So maybe these car manufacturers don't like the fact that Tesla is moving into their own turf. Tesla should have built in Poland, which is only an hour away from GF4, and the labor is 5 times cheaper in Poland than Germany. Tesla already has job advertisements in Polish. And here's one argument. Tesla investing in Germany is a mistake. Tesla is used to hardworking Americans and now hardworking Chinese. Can you imagine dealing with lazy German workers with their extended paid vacations? Guess we Americans employed by Tesla will carry the water for the vacationing Germans. That was obviously written by an American. And I can't really give my opinion on that, because I don't know if Germans are hard workers or not, but I do know that out in Europe, out in Germany, they get longer breaks, they get more vacations. If you're pregnant, you get more time off. So they do have a more relaxed work environment. They have more freedom when it comes to work. And here's another argument. I can't imagine that water is really the issue. For one, I never knew that Germany was an arid zone geographically. Then there is Elon Musk. I don't believe he is so dumb that if he needed a 300 cubic meter of water an hour to operate, he would build a plant that would simply run out and have to either buy bottled water or close shop, which is a very good argument. I think Elon Musk probably planned ahead, and there's a reason why he chose this location location. I don't think he would choose a location where he could very easily run out of water. And of course, this is probably one of the most important arguments. They are also stealing Germans' oxygen, which you guys got to be careful. I'm joking. So there you have it. Clearly, from the looks of it, Germans do not want Tesla to go to Germany. I've tried to look at it from every point of view possible, and I really don't see why they wouldn't want to. The only logical explanation I can think of is they just don't want competition to their German manufactured vehicles, which are Audi, Mercedes, Volkswagen, etc. This could have easily been a protest that was paid for by these companies, but I would imagine that if they really wanted to make some noise, it would be more than just 250 people. As of now, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen, but we will be keeping you guys up to date as to what's going to happen in the near future. Could this possibly prevent Tesla from building their third Gigafactory in Germany? Is Tesla going to be coming up for a new location to build their Gigafactory? I'm sure a lot of countries in the world will welcome Tesla with open arms, but for now we're just going to have to wait and see and what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Tesla should build their third Gigafactory in Germany, or do you guys have a preferred location besides Germany for Tesla to be building their Gigafactory? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.